In the peaceful kingdom of Nambara, the jungle echoed with music and laughter. Villagers danced beside the shining river, while children ran happily between colorful huts. Under the warm African sun, life felt magical, and no one imagined that darkness was silently approaching their beautiful homeland. But one strange night, the tribal drums suddenly stopped. The entire village fell silent. Villagers looked around in confusion while cold wind rushed through the trees. Even the jungle animals became quiet, as if nature itself was warning them that danger was near. Without warning, armed slave hunters stormed into the village with burning torches and galloping horses. Flames swallowed homes as terrified families ran through smoke and chaos. The peaceful kingdom transformed into a nightmare, filled with fire, screams, and destruction beneath the dark sky. Young Kofi hid beneath a broken wooden cart, trembling in fear. Through the smoke and flames, he watched his home collapse around him. His heart pounded violently as terrified villagers ran past him, desperate to escape the deadly attack consuming Nambara. In the middle of the chaos stood Zuberi, Kofi's father, wearing the legendary black mask. Like a spirit warrior from ancient legends, he fought multiple attackers with incredible speed and strength. The glowing white markings on his mask terrified every enemy around him. Then, suddenly, a loud gunshot echoed through the burning village. Zuberi staggered backward as blood spread across his chest. Time itself seemed to freeze while fire sparks flew through the air. Kofi watched helplessly as his fearless father slowly began to fall. As Zuberi collapsed onto the dusty ground, the black mask slipped from his face and landed beside the flames. The powerful symbol of the ancient warriors now rested silently in the ashes, waiting for its next protector to rise from tragedy and pain. By morning, Nambara was nothing but smoke and ruins. Survivors cried beside burned homes, while ashes covered the once joyful village. The laughter of children had vanished, replaced only by sorrow, heartbreak, and the painful silence left behind after destruction. Searching through the ruins, Kofi discovered the black mask lying beside his father's spear. The moment he touched it, a cold, mysterious wind swept through the jungle. Strange whispers surrounded him, as though ancient spirits were calling his name from the shadows. The giant jungle trees shook violently, while ghostly voices echoed around Kofi. The whispers spoke of protection, destiny, and forgotten warriors. Fear filled his heart, but deep inside, Kofi sensed that the mask carried a secret far greater than he could imagine. Days later, an old blind sage named Elder Zuberi arrived at the ruined village carrying a wooden staff. His calm voice and mysterious presence immediately caught Kofi's attention. The wise old man seemed to know secrets hidden deep within the history of Nambara. Beside the campfire, Zuberi revealed an ancient symbol burned onto his arm, the mark of the black masks. Kofi stared in shock as the old man explained that his father had belonged to a secret brotherhood of legendary protectors who defended kingdoms from evil. For centuries, the Black Mask warriors protected African kingdoms from invaders, slave hunters, and corrupt rulers. Moving silently through the jungle shadows, they became legends, feared by enemies everywhere. Their masks symbolized courage, sacrifice, and the spirit of resistance across the land. But one man betrayed the brotherhood. General Baraka, hungry for power, joined foreign slave traders and began hunting the Black Masks. Strong, ruthless, and feared across many lands, Baraka wanted complete control over every kingdom hidden within the African jungles. Determined to grow stronger, Kofi began brutal warrior training under Elder Zuberi. Every day, he climbed dangerous jungle cliffs barefoot while carrying heavy stones. His body grew stronger, but deep inside, anger and grief still burned like unstoppable fire within his soul. Beside a roaring waterfall, Kofi trained tirelessly with his spear, while Elder Zuberi guided him with wisdom and patience. Under the bright sunlight, each movement became faster and sharper. Slowly, the frightened boy began transforming into a disciplined and powerful warrior. Zuberi also taught Kofi how to move silently through the jungle. Hidden among the thick trees and leaves, Kofi learned to become invisible, like the wind itself. Every lesson pushed him closer toward becoming one of the legendary Black Mask protectors. But during combat training, Kofi's anger suddenly exploded. He nearly attacked another student with deadly force before stopping himself. Realizing how dangerous his rage had become, Kofi ran deep into the jungle, alone, struggling to control the darkness growing inside him. While wandering through the jungle at night, Kofi discovered a hidden, glowing cave filled with giant, ancient masks hanging from stone walls. The mysterious chamber felt alive with spiritual energy, as though forgotten warriors from the past were silently watching his every move. Inside the sacred cave, ghostly Black Mask spirit warriors slowly appeared around Kofi. Their glowing eyes pierced through the darkness, while ancient drums echoed through the air. Fear mixed with wonder as Kofi realized he stood among the protectors of history itself. Then, one spirit stepped forward from the shadows. It was Jabari. Kofi's eyes filled with tears as he saw his father again. The sacred cave glowed softly around them, while the spirit warrior looked proudly at the son destined to continue his legacy. Jabari reminded Kofi that true protectors fight for people, not revenge. Pointing toward the Black Mask, he explained that the mask does not create warriors. It reveals who they truly are inside. Those words forever changed the path Kofi would follow. Soon, terrible news spread across Nambara. General Baraka was returning with a powerful army to capture the remaining villages. Fear filled the streets as families prepared to flee. Once again, the kingdom faced destruction, and hope seemed ready to disappear forever. Then, Kofi appeared before the villagers wearing the Black Mask for the very first time. The crowd gasped in shock and amazement. Under the bright sky, he no longer looked like a frightened boy. He looked like a legendary protector reborn. Raising Jabari's spear high into the air, Kofi inspired the terrified villagers with courage. He told them they would no longer run from fear or oppression. His powerful words awakened hope inside the people, uniting the kingdom together against the coming darkness. When Baraka's army marched into the jungle, hidden traps and flying arrows attacked from every direction. Warriors emerged silently from the trees, while chaos spread among the invaders. The jungle itself seemed to rise against the enemies threatening Nambara's freedom and future. The The masked shadow warriors struck quickly and disappeared into the jungle darkness. Chains shattered as prisoners escaped from captivity. Fear overwhelmed Baraka's soldiers, who believed supernatural spirits were hunting them through the forest with unstoppable speed and deadly precision. At the center of the battlefield, Kofi finally faced General Baraka in an epic final duel. Mud, fire, and destruction surrounded them as both warriors fought with unstoppable determination. Every strike carried the pain, anger, and destiny that led them to this moment. During the brutal battle, Kofi grabbed the black mask and smashed it across Baraka's face with incredible force. Dust and sparks exploded through the air as the ruthless warlord stumbled backward. In that powerful moment, the spirit of the Black Masks finally defeated evil. As the sun rose over Nambara once more, peace finally returned to the kingdom. Children laughed again, while villagers rebuilt their homes together. Standing above the village with the black mask and spear, Kofi became the new guardian whose legend would live forever.